Man, y'all done filled the whole government with some busters, some mark busters too. Man, why y'all don't read? Democrats don't read. They act like they do. They really do. They posture like they do. The people on the news don't read. They posture like they do. Everyone's talking about why is it that, you know, J.D. Vance was calling him Hitler and now he's working for him? Why is it that on January 6th, Mitch McConnell was talking about how bad Trump is and how he's the bad guy, but then he flips the script and then he working for him? You feel me? They like, why is it that, you know, who else was there? Kayleigh McEnany. There was all kinds of individuals that was acting all suckerfish and going against Trump. You got Ted Cruz. He talked about his wife. Now he done scraped him under his wing, and now they all working for Trump. They're busters. Law 2. Y'all need to start reading books. Law 2 definitely tells you that. Why have your friends work for you when your friends are going to expect different favors, expect different leniencies? Law 2 definitely illustrates how if you get your enemies to work for you, your enemies will work 10 times harder than your friends ever will. Because they need to prove themselves to you. They'll do whatever you want. They'll be so grateful you chose them. Especially when there's bad blood in the water, that they'll bend over backwards to prove that they're worthy. That they need to be chosen. That they're special. This fool Trump, we swear he not a reader, but maybe he listen to audiobooks. Unlike all y'all in the media. Because y'all some sucker fishes. This is Law 2. I bookmarked it. It's at the beginning. That's how much y'all don't read. You missed it and it's on page 15. Authority. Know how to use enemies for your own profit. You must learn to grab a sword, not by its blade, which would cut you, by the handle, which allows you to defend yourself. The wise man profits more from his enemies than a fool from his friends. You guys are sucker fishes. You're ridiculously embarrassing. And I hope that when this whole government collapses and falls, we teach our kids about all of you guys in the news. You guys will be like the reverse Paul Revere. You know what I mean? We want them to talk about Brett Baer, Tucker Carlson. We want them to talk about Kayleigh McEnany or whatever. We want them to talk about the gin lady that was working for Biden. How all these people are speaker and spokesmen and they whitewash everything and they go around and they work for the news and then they lie to our faces and they play in our faces. We want you guys to be spoken about. We want you guys put on the pedestal of shame because you guys are so cowardly and you guys are the reason all this happened. I hope that the history books reflect on your names. I hope the history books talk about how we elected people like Tom Cotton, whose whole family lineage is on a plantation and working with slaves and slavery. I hope we talk about all this bad blood. We need to start educating each other. And you guys are so stupid. You guys don't read at all. Everybody needs to read. So what if they don't teach the history of America? So what if they take away funding for Black History Month? It's not about them funding Black History Month. It's about us teaching each other American history. And only through American history can you overcome the crap that's going on right now. So even though they're not funding African American history, they never taught it in the first place. Oh, wow, you're going to teach us about some inventors. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, I guess Black people are smart. Duh, we're smart. And then you got to talk about the heritage and the Heritage Foundation and all of this other stuff. I mean, we need to start shining illumination on all of this. I want to start with all these religious people. What was it? The WASP? White American, what is it? Something Protestants. Well, basically, all these religious folk, we need to Start calling them out. I think that if you white and you can't describe Jesus to me, if you can't describe what he looks like, you're a phony. You're phony. You are a phony. And also, if you can't accept that God wasn't a Christian, if you can't accept that God wasn't a Muslim, if you can't accept that God wasn't a Catholic, you can't accept that God wasn't a Buddhist, there's something wrong with you. These are the footsteps of his followers that make these religions. All he wanted you to do was enjoy this shit around that you done messed up, that you done ruined, that you done fought and murdered over because your asses ain't civil. You guys are animals. You're beasts. You are beast. If you need a blood transfusion, will you turn it down because it came from a black person? Because if I need one and somebody white or Latino or Asian, they gonna give it to me, I'm gonna take it. That's just me. I ain't got no quarrels against nobody. They ain't got no quarrels against me. I want everybody to win. And right now, as far as all of these billionaires go, half of you deserve what you're getting. If you've ever passed a poor person and looked at him and just thought shame to him, why doesn't he get a job? Why doesn't he pick himself up by the bootstraps? You're the problem. And I hope all of these billionaires are looking at your ass the same way. If you can't fight for your brother, then your brother shouldn't fight for your ass. And that's the truth. Y'all is all foul. Y'all foul as they come. And once again, I think the news need to get it. I really hate the administration and the things that they're doing, but if he decides that there'll only be one news station off some Russia shit, good. That's what your ass get. Fox, CNN, CBS, MSNBC, all of you. Y'all all need to get the smoke. And if we are shat on for the next 75 years, boo fucking who. Welcome to the club. And if you didn't sign up for this shit, start reading. Start reading. I advise you to read the book Powernomics. I advise, that's by Dr. Claude Anderson. I think you guys should read White Rage. I think you should read books that focus on America and the lies that they done taught you. Everybody that live in this country is brainwashed on me. And if you think that we're a great country, we're falling off the desk right now. Like, real talk. America is crashing out hard. We're about to be a regional power. As in, we only control things within our region. Because this world power shit, everybody else is discussing what to do with us. And while they're discussing what to do with us, all of the citizens is being robbed by the 1%. Because the 1%, like I said in all my other videos, the 1%, they don't see themselves as American citizens. They see themselves as world citizens. So after they crash this country, they're going to travel to the next. They spend most of their time wherever the tax bracket is the lowest. That way they are assigned that tax bracket. Elon Musk may be in Washington, D.C., or he may be in California, but he's going to spend a majority of his time in a place where they take the least amount of taxes. That way he can go ahead and be addressed that tax code. They're playing in your face, like, real talk. Don't be stupid. Read something. Every time somebody say some shit, Google it. No, I wouldn't even trust Google. Look it up. DuckDuckGo it. Research it. But yeah, look it up. Yahoo it. I've sold so much stock in the last 3 days that just came from companies that I no longer want to be a part of because they've aligned with entities that go against me. I didn't have Alphabet, but if I did, I would have sold it. I didn't have Walmart, but if I did, I would have sold it. I've sold so much stock. Thousands of dollars in stock. Because I didn't want to be aligned with them. I just couldn't. I couldn't. They're against my interests. They're against your interests. So I let them go. We need to start valuing each other. We need to start valuing the truth. That starts with you. And that starts with reading. If you're a religious person, pick up that damn book and actually read it. If you're a politician, pick up a history book and read it. We have been here before. If you're an American that's like, well, Nazis weren't so bad, well, then why the hell did we fight them? If you're a black person saying that you're MAGA, you're a damn fool and you're a Sambo. It's not an Uncle Tom. You are a Sambo. Uncle Tom was actually a good character. I don't want to hear all of you ignorant people calling Uncle Toms, Uncle Toms, Uncle Toms. Uncle Tom was actually the hero of that story. Read it. I used to use the shit too before I started reading. I was going to call Snoop D-O-double-G. I was going to call him an Uncle Tom. And I was like, wait, I don't think that Uncle Tom would fit. He's a damn Sambo. He's the person that beat Uncle Tom to death because his master told him to. And Uncle Tom got beat to death protecting 2 runaway slaves, protecting his people, like Snoop Dogg was in a position to do, stand solid. I don't even like using Snoop as an example because But real talk, I need to start reading. Just read. Start a book club. Y'all need to join forces. Everybody need to come together. And they need to read. They need to educate themselves and they need to educate others. Spark that interest of knowledge. Take what you've been deprived of all these years, which is the truth. Stop reading his story and start reading our story.